So it's my first time using StreamYard. It's my very first time using StreamYard. And I forgot that I was supposed to be live. I forgot I was supposed to be live. Apparently, in order to set a thumbnail, in order to set a I've been trying to figure I've been troubleshooting this StreamYard stuff for like the last 3 days. Apparently, in order to set a thumbnail, I have to schedule the stream ahead of time. Even if I want to go live right now, I have to set it ahead of time. And then I got distracted because of the algorithm, and I watched like 35 videos, and then I just happened to open this and see everybody right here waiting for me. My apologies, my apologies. Let me open up the this stream right now on the actual channel, because I'm looking at the StreamYard back end right now, and I can't tell if it's gonna show me everything, like who's who, if it's gonna show the memberships and all that. I'm gonna have to wait and see if it's gonna show who's moderators. There's Zach of all trades, just boarded an airplane, headed to DC for work. Oh snap! Say a quick prayer for. Oh, are you like me, Zach? Or are you just saying in general? Jack, we all pray that you make it there safely. Tell us when you get there. Tell us when you get there so that we know it's all good. Let us know what's up. All right, Zach of all trades, he's showing up green. All right, look, I'm gonna try to get to the point. Everybody's here now. Can I see how many people are in the stream in StreamYard? Look, I barely got StreamYard. I'm trying to step up my game. I'm trying to do the right thing for you. So there's just a little bit of kinks that I'm gonna have to work out here and there as we go along the way. But the reason that I'm here today, I want to talk about the latest shenanigans regarding Nate Diaz. And a lot of you probably thought we heard the last of him. Unless you are willing, I know a lot of you aren't, unless you're willing to watch Triller events, unless you're willing to watch Jake Paul, unless you're willing to watch bare knuckle fighting, unless you're willing to go out of your way and do stuff like that, which I know a lot of the MMA Puritans don't want to do because they think it's below them, then it's probably the end of Nate Diaz for you. So something very interesting happened in the last day or so. We saw some footage come out. Nate Diaz released a video on his YouTube channel, and apparently it looks like Dana White was trying to do Nate Diaz like Olivia Wilde was trying to do Shia LaBeouf. Dana White was talking all these papas, and it was crazy, and it was dangerous, and it was the wildest thing that ever happened within the organization. You guys wouldn't believe it. You guys wouldn't believe it if I told you. I almost threw up in the back right now. My head is spinning. I'm terrified, ladies and gentlemen. You got to get out of the building now. Evacuate. Look, follow the exit plan. We need to leave the premises. This is dangerous. Nate Diaz showed the video. It looked like a schoolyard shouting match. I remember when I was in high school, some fool got stabbed at homecoming. It was actually the runner-up king, I think. Fool got stabbed, and they still had the football game because those fools had our school and the other school had a tight record, and they had to know who was gonna go to the division championship. And this fool over some water bottles. He starts freaking out. Zach of all trades, take care. Oh my gosh. Hey, you went dark, Zach. You went dark. Take care of my family if I don't make it, GM. Hey, you went dark. I choose not to believe that this is gonna be a necessity, but I will do all that is within my power. I will give you my word. Don't forget to let us know when you land. Come on! Love you, boy. What a Monday. Hope everyone having an easier work day than me. Y'all keep rocking. Hey, look at you having a bumpy work day out there, and you still popping in to say hello. I appreciate that very much. I appreciate it. I hope things start to go smoother for you. If not, you could just leave it all behind and start a YouTube channel. I hear that goes well. So anyway, Dana White, and I said it, and I said it again, and then I said it a couple more times. I've been telling you how devastated I was. Look it, I wasn't even that upset. I don't know if anybody was really upset. I know some people were annoyed, and maybe they already had bets placed and stuff like that. But I didn't really hear a whole lot of people complaining when the fights got shifted. If anything, the vast majority of us were hearing that we were happy that the fights got shifted because we thought they were better matchups. The thing that I was sad about is we lost the press conference. And like I just told you, I know I keep talking about it. We lost our very last ever Nate Diaz UFC press conference, which is a cherished thing. Nate Diaz at a press conference is a beautiful moment. Like I said, you never know when Nate Diaz you're going to get. You're going to get the real talking, everyone talking about the Terminator and all this stuff and throwing out the one-liners and making it into the funny UFC quotes list. Or then you're going to get the other ones where he's like, nah, whatever. And he just puts the thing down and that's it. You never know, but we're still there for it. And we're still excited. We also lost Tony Ferguson's potential, and it probably should be, last UFC press conference. All because of the shenanigans that went on that now we are realizing was nothing but two fools yelling at each other and a couple bottles being thrown. That's it, Dana White. That's all you got. That was the justification you had for all the stuff. That was what really went on behind the scenes that led you to do what you did and make the changes that you made. Alan Whitaker, YouTube actually notified me of this stream. YouTube might be respecting the truthers. I wonder if it has anything to do with StreamYard. Maybe YouTube and StreamYard are in cahoots. When I was doing my research, I saw that a lot of videos of I've seen a lot of these videos. I don't know if you guys have. I don't know why you would. But over the years, I've looked up so many videos about like how to do this on YouTube, how to do that on YouTube, how to grow on YouTube, and you start to come across a lot of like channels that either they're like an employee of YouTube and they have their own channel, or they're like homies with YouTube people. And all those people were like praising StreamYard. So I don't know if they're like they got a kickback or something going on or what. I don't know. So hold on, I'm gonna get back to my narrative right now. But thank you for letting me know that, Alan Whitaker. Loquacious. Any thoughts on MMA Guru's yoga addiction? Look here, are you the one that brought this up last time, Loquacious? Is this like a UK thing? Is that short for yogurt? Is that short for yoga? Yogi Bear? I have no idea what yog is. Is that UK slang? Hey, I've been exposed to like UK rap lately. I start talking about slang and I start thinking about like that world and stuff. UK, like I'm not a hip hop fan. I never have been, never will be. This is not my thing. Ironically, I have made things along that line and I have a lot of fun doing it, but I'm not gonna be sitting there. I'm not gonna be on my commute listening to Jay-Z, but I got exposed to UK rap, and it's like I probably shouldn't even, like, if anything, it's just insulting because it sounded like maybe I was gonna compliment it. I like UK rap because it's funny. It feels like it almost feels like a parody of the hip hop that I've known here, and like someone's doing a funny thing, but it's like, oh no, they're serious, but it sounds funny. I don't know, just like their flow and like the phrasing and everything, it's like I'm just laughing the whole time. And that's probably, it's not the intention, but I have a good time. Chuck Fury at FuriousComedy.com. Did we go to the same high school? They didn't even cancel class if someone got shot or stabbed in the middle of the day. 98. For reals, I'm telling you. It was a different time. You stabbed some fool back then, you did something crazy like that, you might get detention 2-3 days. 2-3 days. But you're still allowed to play in sports. You're still allowed to attend the dances and stuff like that. It was a lot different. It was a lot different back then. And I think, unfortunately, I think it laid the groundwork for a lot of what we see today. So maybe they should have nipped it in the bud. But Dana White, he took away the press conference from us, and a lot of people weren't mad about the matchups that changed. A lot of people were actually relieved by it. Now, I do want to touch on something real quick. I just want to put a little thing in there. There was a lot of people when I was making my streams and uploading my videos talking about how I'm not really a big fan of Chamoyev. I'm not really, one way or the other. I go back and forth with Nate Diaz. I think he's a funny dude. If I just sit there watching an interview or I see him interacting with other people, he seems like a nice dude. You see him like with fans and with other people, he's always nice and cordial and funny. It's like, man, he seems like a likable dude. But then sometimes he gets annoying. Everybody's like that, though. Your best friend gets annoying, right? Like the people you love the most get annoying. So I gotta give him a break. But what I was saying was, I'm not saying I'm rooting for Chamoyev, but he's gonna smash him. He's gonna destroy him. He's gonna obliterate him. It's gonna be like no challenge whatsoever. And people got mad at that. The NDAs were coming at me, and they were like, you know, what, blah 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 blah. I'm gonna come back after this video after the fight. I'm gonna come back to this video. I'm gonna let you know what's up. I just want to know what happened to all those fools. I lay awake last night wondering if those fools are lost or what, because they never came back. They never came back and told me, Grandmaster, I actually saw Nate Diaz fight Tony Ferguson. Hold on, let me look this up real quick. Is he on a 4-fight losing streak or a 5-fight losing streak? It is not my imagination running away with me. It is actually 5. Somebody put, and I'm not trying to, it's someone else's joke. Somebody posted in a comment that Tony Ferguson is the type of guy to win 12 fights in a row and then lose 12 fights in a row or something like that. But look I want to know what happened to all the people that told me, I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back after the fight. I'm going to come back. Let's see how well this ages. I want to know what happened to you guys. I want to know if you lost your Wi-Fi connection. I want to know if you're going to be able to come back and tell me, oh, yeah, Grandmaster, I actually saw his horrific performance or lack thereof against Tony Ferguson. Yeah, he was going to get smashed. But those people don't want to do that. I don't know if it's like a reverse engineered MMA math kind of thing where they're like, no. I know Tony Ferguson has lost 5 in a row and he's half the man he used to be. Like all that. But if it would have been Chamoyev, it would have been different. And Nate would have actually looked like prime Diaz against him because of blah, 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 blah. And because I'm delusional. And because I already signed my non-disclosure agreement to be a part of the Nate Diaz army Nick Diaz army. Of which Nate Diaz is under the umbrella. I don't understand the whole thing. Nate has been more popular, more prolific and everything for the longest, and they're still calling it Nick Diaz Army. I don't understand. It's like some kind of a contractual obligation or something like that. But I just want to know where you're at. I'm worried about you. I'm concerned for your well-being. I just want you to come back and give me an update. Let me know if you saw Nate Diaz's performance and what's going on with your mental state right now. F-bomb. Imagine Paddy Pimblett and Darren Till rapping. I have a difficult time listening to them just like speak, but I wouldn't mind hearing them rap. That would be humorous. But look, they released the tape. And I watched the tape and I'm laughing. They're sitting there like, I would throw this bottle, but I'm thirsty. Oh, I got another one. I'm a pig. So we lost a press conference, and Dana White was terrified, and he was worried about everybody's safety, and he was like, we can't do this. We've never seen anything like this. This is unprecedented. We need to take precautions. We need to hire more people next time. And I saw the video, and this is what happened. Hey, fool, 209, American Gangsters. That's what happened. That was the extent of it. Did you guys see the video? I don't know if you guys know this. Nate Diaz has his own YouTube channel. You could go check that out. I think it's the most recent video. It's Road to War Vlog 2 or something like that. There's a part in there. They're backstage. They're talking papas. He throws a bottle, and probably his protege, the low budget Nate Diaz, Chris Avila, he throws a bottle afterwards, following suit, and then Chamoyev is like, nah, it's all about the Swedish gangsters or whatever he said. I don't remember. That fool's like from 4 different places. I don't even know where he's really from. He's like Usman, and that was it. Then you get the security guards, and you could tell. I mean, I've put in my work in my lifetime. You know, I get body language. And you could tell by these fools' body language and the ways they were all set up and the fools between them. And they weren't even going to go at it. This is just like when fools run up on each other in the hotel in between weigh-ins and stuff like this. We've seen this time and time again on Embedded. You could tell nothing more was going to happen. This is what they do. This is the same thing. And look, with people that care about this kind of stuff, about this weak kind of behavior, you lose a lot of respect with people, Nate. Now, I know that Chamoyev had his boys with him too, but it's probably because, well, first of all, they kind of roll like that too. I don't know if it's like an ethnic thing or what with like the Swedish people and like the Mexicans or what, but like Nate Diaz, he did the same thing with Conor McGregor throwing those bottles. He had like 45 dudes with him. It's like, hey, if you're going to be hard, maybe try to be hard without the whole cavalry behind you. You know, it's like, it makes it look like you can only be tough when you got the homies. It's not a good look. Forever pressure washing. Nina Carlos loves you. Please do a boxing match. Nina Carlos. Nina Carlos. Who's that? Nina Carlos. I don't know who that is. But I appreciate her. Or is your name Carlos and you're saying, hey, Nina, Carlos loves you. Hey, Nina, Carlos loves you. Please do a boxing match. I talked about it the last time. I'll show up. I'll commentate. I'll work the snack bar or whatever. But I'm a lover, not a fighter. I'll fight for love, but that's it. So look. We saw the footage, and it just looked like Dana White was talking straight papas, and there was nothing behind it. There was no substance behind it. The meetup with Nate Diaz and his crew and Motley crew had more action than that backstage alteration. There was more contact when the Nate Diaz crew met the Motley crew. That was another part of the vlog. Those fools were dabbing it up. Those fools met each other. Those fools were shaking hands like if they had short-term memory loss. Those fools met each other like 37 times in that video. Like every minute they were like talking. They're like, okay, all right. And then it was okay. Now they greet each other. Oh yeah, I know, all right. That video was cracking me up. They were both kind of like it was the end of the night, and they both probably legitimately thought that they were meeting each other over and over again. It was kind of like the Nate Diaz Groundhog Day. But if you focus on the part backstage, it just based with everything else we heard. And then it's funny because during the whole thing, leading up to the event, during the event, right after, we were seeing all that footage of the yelling. And all they had was Darren Till and Kevin Holland. And it was heated yelling, and it looked emotional. And it was like, oh, this is probably the aftermath of something. They're still going at it like this verbally. Something big must have happened, or this is right before. But then we see what happened in the middle. And you know why Nate Diaz released it? Because like I said, how Dana White's trying to do him like Shia LaBeouf. So Nate's like, let me release the footage and say what really happened. It's not even how Dana said, because Nate Diaz is under investigation now. That's why he had to release that part. And he didn't release it like a little short. He didn't do it like a little concentrated YouTube short, like, boom, here's that moment. He released the whole vlog. I don't know how long it was, 10, 15 minutes. Left that little part in there, be like, all right, here's a little Easter egg. Here's a little nugget for you guys right here. You want to know what really happened? Boom, there it is. So that he could go and extract it in court when he needs to, because he's being investigated right now. Dana White is still after his livelihood. He doesn't want to make him look successful after the UFC. Dana White loves pulling people from other organizations and embarrassing them, making them look bad, showing people UFC is the only way to go. This is the best place to be. This is the best talent, the best competition. And then when he's done with them there, whether they came from somewhere else, whether they started there, he doesn't want them to be able to go anywhere else and be successful there either. So he humiliates them there. That's why he's willing to make certain moves in or outside of the sport, but not with others. That's why he let Ben Askren go and fight Jake Paul, because he knew what would happen to Ben Askren. He wanted him to be humiliated. He wanted him to be destroyed. That's why he let Tyrone Woodley do it. That's why he didn't want to let Usman do it, because he wasn't done making money with them yet. But then Leon Edwards went and mixed up the game. But Nate Diaz is under investigation because of all the stuff that went behind the scenes. His conduct, the physical stuff backstage, it should only be happening inside of the ring. And I know a lot of people are like, wait a minute, Dana White has nothing to do with the people, the commission, whoever coming after him and investigating him. He doesn't have that kind of power. Oh, you believe that? Do you really believe that? Are you on that Dana White power? Are you getting some kickbacks too? Let's say that Dana White doesn't have any kind of influence over the homies that are trying to make this kind of mess for Nate Diaz. Let's say that they're not in the text threads and they aren't all collaborating for the whole big picture. I mean, it happens in boxing. Some people claim that it happens in the WWE. I'd like to see some proof. But we got to remember that this is an entertainment business, and they're going to do what they need to do to keep eyes on their promotion so that they could be heading this entertainment industry, so that they could be the prime spot. Other people are coming up. You got Eagle FC, you got Triller coming up, all the Snoop Dogg and stuff. That's what the young people want to see. They don't want to see what's that fool's name? Kellerman? You think this young generation wants to watch Max Kellerman talk on the mic? Nah, they want to see Snoop Dogg. They want to see Justin Bieber on the mic. They want to see Camila Cabello on the mic talking about whoever's fighting. They don't want to see the old fools. Those fools are getting swept out. There's up-and-comers that are starting to give the UFC competition, and one of those is going to be the potential company of Nate Diaz if Dana White doesn't stop him. So let's say Dana White's not doing it on purpose. Let's say he has no influence over the commission. Another possibility is that fool just can't keep all his conspiracies in order. He's trying to do too many things at once, and sometimes things are going to overlap. Now, I was telling you, I'm not into the conspiracy. I've been telling you up until I saw this footage. I don't think it was a conspiracy. I don't think Dana White was in control of this. I don't think they were all in this. There would have had to be too many people in agreement, too many people of a high intelligence, not saying anything and getting along and collaborating. I didn't think it was possible with this mixed bag that we had. But there's two things here that makes it complicated for me to not believe that it was a conspiracy. Number one, now we saw the footage. And now we know that it was nearly not important enough for Dana White to start acting up and acting all scared and mixing things around. Now we know that for sure. The second thing is I look at Dana White like I look at like the government. If Dana White comes out and declares something, then I'm like, okay, now I got to question that. If Dana White comes out and tells me that we landed on the moon, then I'm like, okay, now I got to rethink everything. Because I didn't see no dust come up when the thing hit the ground. I didn't see, how come I could see a tripod over there in the back? How come that fool Neil Armstrong, he came back all traumatized and he wasn't like the same. It looked like that fool got like lobotomated and like he couldn't say like. I was very confident about my stance on this. And I know a lot of people probably expected me to go the conspiracy route because a lot of times I get accused of stuff like that. And people will say things in the comments thinking they're being funny or whatever, like, oh, conspiracy. And I'm like, no, fool. Maybe it sounds like a conspiracy to you because you think it's far-fetched, but I'm connecting the dots here. I'm just calling it how I sees it. You want to call it a conspiracy because you don't got no faith in my conclusion. That's on you. People like to put the word conspiracy on stuff because they think it's foolishness. But I'm over here collecting data. But now the things that we've been seeing in the last 24 or 48 hours, I'm thinking there might be something to that. Dana White owns all of you. You all hate him, but he keeps taking your money and attention, leaving rent free in your heads. Look, I'm telling you, This is the Dana White army right here. The Dana White army's going strong. People don't understand. That was I just look at the screen, boom, that's the one that I see. Immediately. I'm telling you, there are bodies. There are bodies that support such a conspiracy. There are bodies that are on Team Dana White. The prequel, respect, GM, and respect. Thank you. I appreciate it. So look, some people are asking what I'm talking about. Some people just hopped in. YouTube barely gave them the notification. Nate Diaz released a video showing the backstage incident, and apparently nothing happened. Him and Chamoyev were like 30 feet away from each other with a bunch of security guards in between. And Nate Diaz was like, hey, fool, NDA, stop it. Here's the water bottle. And then Dana White's like, it's off. We've never seen an alteration like this. I'm terrified for my life. Everybody flee the building immediately. Nothing even happened. And the reason Nate Diaz had to release that video was because now he's under investigation. They're trying to find him. Who knows? They might try to make an example out of him, throw the book at him. They might put him in jail. Who knows what they're going to do? Maybe they won't allow him to Las Vegas anymore. Maybe he was going to put his new fight organization headquarters right there, whatever. Now they're going to say, you're not allowed here. You're a troublemaker. All because Dana White now. Because Nate Diaz has already made it public, and even Jake Paul has made it public. We want to fight now. We want to make big money. All I got to do is get past Silva. I want to fight. He doesn't even need Jake Paul for that. Let's say Silva beats Jake Paul. It's funny, but let's say Silva beats Jake Paul. Nate Diaz wants revenge for his brother, so he'll fight Silva. Nate Diaz thinks he's a great boxer, just like Silva does. So they'll go fight each other. Either way, Nate has a fight out there, and Dana's like, nah, commission, go get him. Fight him. So Dana's like, all right, boo. And he releases the footage and shows that there was nothing even findable back there. That fool's just out there trying to get an Aquafina sponsorship. That's all he was doing. Hey, Dana, if you want to go after Nate Diaz and I'm not for it, then the only thing you could go after him for is violating your Monster Energy / Venom / Dwayne Johnson sponsorships, because that fool's trying to get on that Aquafina. Okay, slap on the wrist. But it's not like you're trying to do right now. The most suspicious thing about all of this, again, is Dana White's affirmation of it. That's the sketchiest looking thing. And then I look to the chat, and right away I see somebody praising that fool, showing that people got the wool over their eyes. Hey, F-bomb, I respect it. I respect you writing hard for I mean, I appreciate that way more than a flip-flopper. Way more than a fair weather fan. I appreciate you standing by your guy. We could talk about it after the fight. Daniel Uribe, new member. Thank you for joining the YouTube membership. Scope out the community tab for extra content. Look it. I know that not all of you out there have the time in the day to just go from YouTube video to video to video to video and look at what's going on in the news. So I just wanted to pop in and let you know that there's been a lot of talk here and there about what went on behind the scenes, and now the footage is released right after Nate's getting investigated. Dana White's trying to ruin that fool's life. He's trying to not allow him to feed his family outside of the organization. He's trying not to let him start his own fighting promotion. He's trying not to let him go and box. So Nate Diaz releases the footage, and now we found out that we lost the press conference for nothing. And it could have potentially affected the fights. I mean, there's that. I'm going to talk about everything. I'm not just going to talk about what helps my narrative, because there is the reality where, because of that alteration that they had, because of the verbal back and forth, maybe it got in Chamoyev's head. Maybe he got emotional. Maybe he really was a Nate Diaz fan coming up. And it hurt him mentally to have to go at him verbally like that. And then he hit the buffet and started like emotional eating. And then maybe that's what messed him up. He couldn't help himself. And he didn't have the people around him, like Khabib said, to say, come on, stop it, stop it. Or maybe Dana White told that fool to gain the weight. Maybe that's why. I mean, I heard what's that fool's name? The Punk or something. That fool that knocked out Nate Diaz with the head kick. What's his nickname? The Punk, the Brat, or something like that. The Bully. What's his name? He has that podcast with Big John McCartney. The Punk. What's his name? Isn't it Justin something? Dustin something? Thompson Justin. Thompson Justin. He was saying that oh, I just had a brain pedo. I forgot what I was even talking about. Did you guys see the thing with Thompson Justin? He said something. What was I even talking about? This is what happens when I make a video before my green tea. Oh man. This is why I shouldn't make live videos. This is why I shouldn't make live videos. But if yeah, Aziz, thank you. He said something real specific though that I was touching on. But here's the thing: if none of you even remember what I was talking about, then don't even trip, because none of us remember anyway. It's not like you're missing the point that I was gonna make. But look, I'm gonna dip out. I'm gonna make my green tea. I just wanted to let you guys know that what are you talking about? Look, I'm gonna tell you guys I'm dabbling with something right now. I'm dabbling with something. I'm dabbling with starting to do my live streams at a very Pacific time, so you guys know when to show up, so that you can show up at the same time every single day. And I'm planning on doing 9 a.m. PST. So that will be, if you're on the East Coast, 12 o'clock every day. I just want to get on, chop it up with the MMA news, go back and forth with you, because I know a lot of times I'm hitting something real Pacific, and then people are like, hey, you just did. We didn't even go back and forth. You didn't even look into the chat. And I want to make more time to do that. And if I start a little earlier, then I'll have some more time. So I think that instead of just waiting on the notifications, you guys could just come back and check in every day at 9 a.m. PST. So if you're on West Coast, 9 a.m. East Coast, noon. If you're in Australia or Africa or Japan, please hit up Google and figure out how to figure that out. But I hope you have a good day. I'm like spazzing out right now. I need to go have my green tea. I shouldn't have done this without having my green tea first. But go scope out the Nate Diaz video. You're gonna laugh when you see it. I'm telling you, when you see the bottle thing and then you see the end with him and Motley Crue, it's ridiculous. Go look at it for yourself. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm falling asleep. I'm falling asleep right now.